Hello everyone, I'm back with another video, and in today's video we have an HP laptop. This one is an HP Pavilion Gaming Laptop. The exact model is an 15-DK0007. That information can be found inside the BIOS or inside the on the on the box or right underneath the laptop. Is just tattooed right over here. It will say model number, which will say right here 15-DK0007. And in this video, I'm going to take you on a step-by-step how you can open it up and how you can add, remove, and upgrade the RAM on your laptop. So once you power it on, let me power it on. We're going to tap on F10 so we can get to the BIOS. And let's see, it says entering BIOS. I pressed too much F10, so we're going to wait a little bit. And there we have it. It's a total memory 16 gig, and it's a 15-DK0 series. So I'm going to open it up. It is iCore 7 9 Gen 750. So we're going to power it up. And we're going to flip it upside down and we're going to open it up. I'm going to go over the tools, and everything I'll be using will be linked in the video description in case you want to purchase yours. Right. So first thing first, you need an opening tool and a screwdriver set. I would recommend the iFixit screwdriver set, as they have one of the best screwdrivers out there. I purchased myself this basic tool set. And if you get a Pro set, that will include you with an opening tool and some tweezers. If not, grab yourself a metallic guitar pick. These are really suitable to opening cases and covers. All right. With these two on hand, you're going to get it started. On the bottom of, first make sure the laptop is completely off. You want to grab your screwdriver. You're going to grab a Phillips number 1. There's a two types of screws, the long screws and the short ones. The short screws are the one in the front end of the laptop. There are 3 of them. Go ahead and remove them and keep them in a separate pile. And then we're going to remove the long screws, which will be 4 at the back, 2 on each side. All right. Also, if you guys like my videos, if you find my videos helpful and helping you guys out, you can support the channel by clicking the like and subscribe. I'll greatly appreciate it. It helps and motivates me to make more videos, take requests, and answer your questions in the comment area. I appreciate that. All right. Once we remove the screws, now you want to grab the opening tool, and we always want to start from the front end of the laptop, which we know there's no electronic, there's battery and stuff like that. You want to stick the guitar pick between the bottom cover and the palm rest, just like that. And once you have it in there, you just want to twist it backward. You want to hear those big click sounds. That's normal. The clips are getting loose. You want to do that once every couple of centimeters or inch. I'm sticking about 1 or 2 millimeters of the guitar pick in front of inside the laptop. I'm not sticking the whole guitar pick. Once you do the front, you see these gaps opening. All right. Next, you want to do the side, the left and right side, same thing. Follow the case and rotate to the other side. And there we have. You could, if you want to, go to the back side by the grill right here. Lift it up right over here. But again, you don't need to. But if you want to, go ahead and do it from there. What I like to do, once I do the side, grab it up, put it up, and just wiggle it around a little bit, and it will release those clips back there. Just you need to wiggle it around. Don't yank it up suddenly, and it will release those tiny clips. All right, let's put this to one side, and we have the RAM right here. There's one exposed RAM right in here, and there's a RAM right over this tape right over there. I'm going to remove this one for now so you guys can see better. Has a lot of adhesive. So, all right, so the RAMs, one is right in here, one right there. And most people always say, oh, why don't you disconnect the battery? You don't need to disconnect the battery to do RAM upgrade. Absolutely not necessary. But if you want to, you just can grab this jack and pull it back towards yourself gently, and it will disconnect the battery. It was powered on. I didn't power it off, so I just powered off right away. So don't worry about it. To plug it back in, again, hold it in there and push it in there. Right? Once you remove it, it's powered off pretty much. Put it back in. But again, you don't. If you power on the laptop completely, you do not need to disconnect the battery. All right. To remove the RAM, all you need to do is to put your fingers on these triggers right over here, and you want to pull them away from each other, just like that. And you will see the RAM all come out in 45-degree angle, just like that. You don't want to yank it up towards the ceiling, otherwise you're going to break the RAM or the DIMM. You want to slide it towards yourself just like this in 45-degree angle. These are a DDR4, 8 gig and 8 gig for 16 gig. You can put a 16 gig and 16 gig for a 32 gig. I'll leave the link for a compatible one in the video description in case you want to purchase. So that's the one right there. The other one, same thing, 45-degree out. Doesn't matter the orientation of the stickers or RAM chips and stuff like that, as long as the notch on the RAM matches the notch right on the DIMM. So if you try to put it the other way around, it will simply not go through because the notch are not matching right there. The groove and the notch is not matching. So you have to rotate, bring it down in 45-degree angle inside the connector, and then simply push it towards the motherboard and you watch these triggers open and close softly. It makes a nice click sound. Same thing here. Bring it down in 45-degree angle inside the jack connector and push it towards the motherboard and you see these triggers open and close. Let's say if I don't put it all the way in or I put it like halfway through, I try to push it down. You see this trigger stays open right there? That means the RAM is not seated all the way in. So you need to open it all the way in and push it down and the triggers nicely close. All right? That's how you can upgrade. Now let's say that you want to remove one 8 gig and you put a 16 gig in here. That's valid too. It's still gonna work, but I recommend to put them 16 and 16 gig or 8 and 8 gig. Now let's say if you put a 16 gig and 16 gig here, you power on, you have to wait up to 30, 40 seconds probably for the motherboard to do a mem check, which is called a memory check. All right, once you upgrade the RAM or remove, did your job with the RAM. If you want to, you have disconnected the battery, plug it back in. To finish it off, to putting the bottom cover back on. You don't need to put the bottom cover on to power on to see if it's working. If after you can just flip it over and power it on, and if it doesn't boot up after a few seconds, let's say 30 seconds, power it off, switch the RAM places and power it on again and wait another 30 to 40 minutes. 30, 40 seconds, not minutes. All right, once you're done, just put the cover on top, just squeeze the back all this time. Make sure you hear those nice click sounds. You want to hear all those click sounds all around in the front end, in the corners. If you see any gaps opening, you just want to pinch them together. And all you want to do is to grab the longest screws, put it at the back, and the shortest screws right in the front end of the laptop. And that should cover up today's video. I'm going to power it on so you guys can see that it does power on with no problem. So I'm just going to put the bottom 3 screws at the end. So just don't want to rush the video a little bit. So let's go ahead and power it on. Because now that we disconnected the battery, it might give you a blue screen saying that the CMOS was reset to default. So don't worry about it. Just press enter, restarts, and it will go to the Windows, or if you want to go to the BIOS, it's the same thing. So right now it takes few time because I disconnected the battery. It's going to give me a blue screen saying the CMOS was reset to default. Let's wait for that. There we go. CMOS checksum reset to the default configuration and will reboot. So press enter to reboot and press F10 if you want to go to the BIOS, or don't press F10, it will go straight to the window. But I don't want to go to the Windows, I just want to go to the BIOS and show you guys that it is working. Just keep tapping crazy on F10. It says F10 to the BIOS setup. There we go. And there we have our 16 gig right away. And that's it for today's video. If you have any question or request, feel free to leave them in the video comment area. I'll try to answer them as soon as I can. As always, thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys in my next video.